Good afternoon. Jonathan Birdwell here to talk a little bit about my reflection on what COVID 19 has done just in my industry of food service and distribution center. 35 years in this industry, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of interviews which I've had the ability to say that we have never had a layoff. I can no longer say that due to COVID 19. We have had a layoff. About 3 weeks in, we reduced 96 employees out of the Oklahoma City division alone, over 1,000 company wide. Never seen anything quite like that. Devastating to the families. From a managerial standpoint, something I've worked so hard for and investing in everyone. Having to tell them a crucial conversation and straightforward, the business sense of where we're at. And I'm open. I tell them the situation. Currently, Benny Keith, as a company here in Oklahoma City alone, lost roughly $51 million in revenue in a very short period of time, and that calls for drastic measures. And that's what led to the problems. It's devastating to the business side of what we've built here, and a host of other industries. It's just crushing. To stay positive. However, I was asked by the company to send out a positive message to our supervisors because through the course of my career, my house has been destroyed due to tornadoes and everything. I live in Moore, Oklahoma. My house was flooded on a day of a big company event, and they reached out to me to ask me, how do I stay focused and not get down and can be negative and everything else like that. And my whole thing was you don't fold your tent up. You stay with your core values of what you believe in, and you continue that. The situation doesn't make the person. Old Jim Rohn has that famous quote that he says, "The same wind blows for everybody. It's the setting of the sail that makes the difference." So have I been tested in the last 8 weeks? 9 weeks, heavens, yes. I've been tested to do things I've never thought I would have to do. I've asked others to do things that they didn't even think that they could do or would never even be asked to do, but the team has really rallied to come together. I don't really understand the course of what the future of this thing holds. I don't understand. I do believe, and I really enjoyed the part of the diversity by cultures and regions. I really enjoyed that in that Anglo-Saxon, that Anglo culture division region that we're in. How true is that? So much value is faced on the work and the job in itself, and the family somewhat pushed aside. I think this COVID-19 is pushing the boundaries of that a little bit, and you're starting to see the workforce fight back a little bit, which I think is a good thing. There's a fine work-life balance, and I think this is helping the companies by having to find a way to make it. Now, I do think there's a positive side to this on the business world. I think we're seeing where we had a lot of opportunity where people could work from home, possibly reduce the footprint of your bringing people into work and the job still getting done, and also help us on our ROI, return on investment on some things, some of the events and some of those other things that we would normally go to. Gives us an opportunity to reevaluate exactly where we were. So there is a host of negatives with the COVID-19 in my reflection of what it is. But I think there are some positives out there that have an opportunity to make things better in the long run. I mean, look at education. My poor wife, she's a teacher, and I feel so bad for her currently because she's been out since March, and she loves to invest in her people, and I'm sure there's a host of people just like her. She invests in her children, and she hasn't had that. She wakes up every day and says, "Today is Groundhog Day." She thinks I'm lucky because I get to come to work and make a difference. She is having to do it all through virtually. And every day that she wakes up, she says, "This is just like the movie Groundhog Day," and which it is. So it's really it's a difficult situation. I hope something comes out of it. I know it's affecting school, it's affecting students, possibly visas. Good heavens, there's so much ridiculous in the world right now, and COVID-19 is undoubtedly not helped the situation. There's some total society breakdown currently happening. COVID-19 is not the main cause of that either, but it certainly has not helped the situation. Thank you for the opportunity. I have enjoyed this. I don't make a lot of videos, but I like it better than writing, so thank you for the opportunity to do the video. COVID-19, my reflection of, if I were giving it an A through, it would definitely be an F, because it has messed up a lot of people's lives, and some good people have died. Thank you very much.